Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are baking a Christmas cake, so I'm going to take you on this journey with me. I've got everything measured out already, so I'm going to show you that in a second. Next week we're going to be decorating together. I'm using a BBC Good Food recipe. I always love their recipes, like there's so many great ones on there. I've made a Christmas cake a few years in a row now, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but if you guys want to check that one out, I will leave a link in the description for you to have a look at that. Okay, so for this recipe we have got 250 grams of salted butter, 250 grams of soft dark brown sugar, 250 grams of flour, 5 eggs, 1 tablespoon of golden syrup, an assortment of spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger and mixed spice, a zest of 1 orange and 1 lemon, and then mixed fruit and glacé cherries in there with some orange juice. And that is everything you need. The first thing we need to do is preheat the oven. So we're going to preheat the oven to 150 degrees C. So the first step is to cream together the sugar and the butter in a bowl, as you do with most cakes. I like to cube the butter up before we cream it, just because it speeds up the process. And also, if we cream the butter first before putting the sugar in, it just makes the cake slightly more fluffy. Okay, so once your butter is looking and feeling a lot more soft, you can throw in the sugar. So while that's mixing in the mixer, you can crack your eggs and beat them up a little bit, and then the next step will be to add them in 4 installments, so a little bit at a time. Okay, so now we're going to add the eggs. If it's looking scrambled, a bit like this, like just a bit lumpy, you can add a handful of flour and that will help that situation. Okay, now I'm just going to mix my spices and my flour together. Just swish that around a little bit just so it's fully mixed together, and then that's going to go in here. That's going to mix on a slow speed, just to gently fold in the flour. Make sure that you scrape down your bowl so that you make sure that you've got everything from the bowl, and especially get the bottom, just in case there's anything stuck there that hasn't been mixed, that hasn't been fully incorporated in. Okay, so the final step of mixing is to incorporate your fruit and the zest. And if you've been mixing on a machine, you don't want to do that on the machine because the fruit can split and then bleed into the rest of your mixture. So you want to do that by hand and just give that a quick mix through so that it's all evenly spread before we put it in the cake tin. Okay, so I've just realised I completely forgot to add in the golden syrup, so I've softened it for like 10 seconds in the microwave just so that it's easier to incorporate, and then I'm just gonna try and mix it in now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is line our baking tray, although it's not really a tray. We're going to line our cake tin. So this recipe is for a 20 centimetre or 23 centimetre or 9 inch. I kind of assume that mine is 9 inches because I bought it last time for 9 inches, I think, but they never say the thing on the back, which is really annoying. So you want to make sure that if yours is a spring one, then you want to make sure that the base is in properly, which I don't think mine is, so I'm going to need to sort that out. And then you're going to need to cut parchment paper to fit the base of it, but also around the edge, around this bit as well, because Christmas cakes do stick and they sit in the oven for a long time, so you don't want to ruin your nice non-stick cake pan, so you want to get some greaseproof to line that bit as well. Fold a little bit at the bottom, and that is going to be the base, and then you want to cut along slightly diagonal. And that will ensure that as you put it in, it can fold round properly like that, and when you put your one on top of the base, you can ensure that the whole cake is covered, so nothing that spills out will go onto your actual cake tin. So I'm just using the last piece that I cut, which I've trimmed down a little bit because it was a bit too tall. I'm using it to just measure out a second piece to fit around the other side, because our greaseproof paper is just not quite long enough to fit around the whole tray. Okay, so now you want to grease it. I've got a bit of old butter packet from the butter that we used before. I might need a little bit more. they have a fully lined cake tin. So you want to make sure all the little flaps that you've cut towards the middle of the tin rather than facing at the back. It's time to pour in the mixture. Need my spoon. Okay, so it's time for the oven. That goes in the oven for 2 hours until a skewer poked into it comes out clean. Bye bye cake. Right, the cake's all done. It looks good. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you want to see more baking videos on this channel, because I'm going to do these two obviously this month, but let me know if you want to see some more, because I think it'd be quite fun. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later on this week for some more videos. Bye!